Hello, hello, hello. Jane Reaction here. Beep, beep. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I have an old Xbox 360 that's just sitting in this room, not getting used. And for some reason, it likes to keep, like, it's making the sound as if it's turning on, but it's not turning on. And it just likes to beep every once in a while. It's kind of weird. Okay. I digress. We are here to talk about the exercise ball today. And my video replay for me is flashing again. It did it the whole last hour. It's driving me nuts. I don't think it's actually doing it on the replay, but I haven't fully checked yet. But anyway, let's get into it, shall we? All right, so things I want to talk about with the exercise ball. They come in different sizes, ranging anywhere from 35 centimeters to 85 centimeters typically. But the sizes that you will typically see are the most common sizes are going to be 55, 65, and 75 centimeters. And the size ball that you want to get is based on your height. So typically, the way to remember this is 55 centimeters is for 5 feet to 5 feet 5 inches. So 5'5", get a 55, okay? Now if you're 5'6" to 5'11", you want a 65. So think of it as 5 foot 6 inches. Switch the numbers around. 5 foot 6 goes to 65. Anyway, so it's 5'6" to 5'11". You want a 65 inch. And then if you're like super tall, 6 feet or taller, you want to go to a 75. It actually says here 6 feet to 6 feet 3 inches. You want a 75 centimeter. So presumably that 85 centimeter ball is out there for like you gargantuan LeBron James dudes. I see LeBron do like balance stuff at the end. I'm going to do that too. But anyway, I digress. So you're probably like, okay, just buy one of those balls. But the real thing to check to see if it's the proper height is that you just want to sit on the ball. And you just want to make sure that when you're sitting on the ball, let's do a little further back. You want to have your knees at 90 degrees. Like this. So this isn't too bad, okay? So if your knees are up like this, the ball is probably too small for you, okay? So you just want to have nice 90 degrees. I actually I started it really because I was trying to put a little more air in this thing, and I don't think it really inflated that much more, but anyway, the one thing you want to watch out is overinflating the ball. So if you inflate it so much that there's like no give it at all, you're going to have some fun when you do certain moves, because one of these moves, like I've seen people, like the ball will just like take off out from under you. So just be careful, don't overinflate. And like I said, you'll sort of, when you work with an exercise ball, you'll sort of know right away, like if it doesn't squish at all, it's actually really tough to work with. So you want a tiny bit of squish, okay? You want to like sit on it and it not pop out from underneath you, because trust me, that's happened, and it's funny. It's hilarious. No, it's weird when it happens to me. When everybody else, I'm just like, oh, I don't know if it happened. So what else do I want to say? So it's got a million different purposes. You can sit on it, you can lean on it, you can use it like a bench. I'm going to try to touch on all of those different uses with this workout. I'm going to have a little bit of weights in there just for demonstration. Yeah, there's so many different things you can do with an exercise ball. I can only show you 10 moves, and I just sort of picked them slightly at random. But we're going to do that today. The last thing I wanted to say is, why do you use them? They're good for stability. If you're an NASM trainer, like I am, you talk about the first stage of training, like muscular endurance and stuff, and stability. You do stability training. So you do a lot of moves that you would normally do on a bench, and you incorporate the ball for your resistance training. Hey, how's it going, Mayor? So anyway, they're really good for stability. So whenever you add in stability, it requires more core engagement, and it's always fun because it's better calorie burn every time. So Mary, you missed the explanation, but basically when you're sitting on the ball, you want to make sure your legs are at 90 degrees. If not, maybe your ball is too small or it needs to be inflated. So my ball, I inflated it a little bit more from when you were here. So I think we're ready to go. I'm going to get a couple of dumbbells just to show some of the exercises. Like I said, a couple of these are upper body, so I'll just demonstrate with that, but you don't have to. I mean, you can just do the body weight if you don't want to do it today. Actually, I'm going to sit the other way so I can actually see the cues. All right, so I'm going to start in 10 seconds. So 1 minute of move, lots of different fun stability exercises. I can't see what you wrote there, but we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. So you're just going to sit and kick. So I used to do this in my old aerial classes, and it's just a way to sort of get used to sitting on the ball, hip parts and core, and balance to make sure you don't fall over. Also, you get to look ridiculous doing it. So yeah, this ball needs to be inflated a little more. I'm just saying, not properly demonstrating. But here we go. You can imagine you're on a kick line. You can go faster, slower. You can hold. Woo. Anyway, so just a silly move to get started. Now the next move, I'm going to be in prone position, so I'm going to be leaning with my stomach on the ball. And obviously, pregnant or certain populations may not be very comfortable, but you basically just lie on the ball, and you can just do rows. Okay, so here I'm just doing over rows. Now, again, you need to have your feet down for stability. You want to make sure you maintain a good line through your back. Okay, and I'm going to try to not put my weights down. This is not working out as well as I liked. I think the ball is underinflated. This is what happens. So I'm gonna do other stuff. Let's do this. You can also do little raises. And again, you have a wider base support with your feet. You keep them closer together. And just a way to add some more stability. Yeah, these cobras are a little more challenging than the rows. All right. You can also flip it over. And like I said before, you can use it as a bench. So usually what I do here is I make sure that it's under my shoulders and I'm keeping my head up, and then you can use it. You can do flies, or you can do a bench press. Now, if you're using this as a weight, notice I'm in this, I've got my hips up, glutes engaged. So really it's turning this into a full body exercise. The thing is, if you're using a stability ball in this way, you're not going to be lifting massive weights, okay? So you're not going to be, bench pressing your 1 rep max on a stability ball. No, that's not going to happen. So just remember, because you're doing, this and putting more strain on the rest of your body, lighten the weight, lighten the load, but you can use it as a bench. All right. Next, who said you can't get lower body out of this? So here I'm gonna get into that good reverse plank position. You can do hamstring curls. You can do 2 legs. You can do single leg. Ooh, oh my hamstrings. I hate them so. Ooh. Again, hamstrings are seizing up. So you want to make sure you keep that good plank. You don't have to overextend. Just get a nice straight line. And then just curl, keeping those hips up. 5 more seconds. 2, 1. So another common exercise that you'll see with NASM is doing assisted squats. Now as I'm doing this, I'm not leaning into it, like putting my weight on it. It's just there to give me support. And I'm just coming down, I step my feet out so that when I'm in the bottom of the squat, my knees are at 90 degrees. So you have to step your feet out just a little bit. And you just have the ball there to support it so that you're in a good upright position. So your back's perfectly straight as you're coming back down. So that's what size I'm using. So this is a Tri-Deer, and I got it off Amazon to be honest. And I will tell you, it supposedly is like 55 to 75. Here, we're gonna so we're gonna do ball squeeze. Squeeze your way to shapely hips and thighs. Yes, it is very easy to look like an idiot while you're doing ball exercises. Okay, so what brand did I buy? I bought this random brand online on Amazon. It's called Tri-Deer. Supposedly it can expand from 55 to 75. I would say that's not true. So since I am just around 5'6", I usually try to go with a 65 centimeter. So I think this one's a little small for me. I think this is more like a 55 centimeter ball. I haven't actually measured it, but yeah. So if you are 5 feet to 5'5", you want a 55 centimeter ball. 5'6" to 5'11", 65 centimeter. 6 feet and up, 75 centimeter. Okay. Let's get into some fun stuff. So you can have your feet on the ball in a plank. You can tuck in. Again, doing tucks, similar to doing them on sliders, except now you're up in the air. You can also do pikes. Again, working that core stability. Woo. Bring it in. You got 15 more seconds. So you can tuck, you pike. I don't know how much time is left. What else we got? Oh, you can also do a plank on the ball. So you see these a lot. You can do arm circles while in plank. You can just hold it if you want. So you can do circles. You can do hands on the ball plank. You can do push-ups. If I can get my hand position right. Like I said, there are a million things you can do on here. So notice those arm circles, slight instability. Maybe I'll wipe out. You never know. Oh. 2, 1. You can also just have your legs on the ball, do a nice decline push-up. I'm gonna take a break here because I'm sucking wind. And does weight matter? That's a good question. I actually am not sure, but usually when I see size exercises or size recommendations on the ball, typically just go based on height. So as I said before, making sure you have the good positioning with your knees, and I'll review at the end. So you can do that. Oh, we got 5 seconds left. Look at me being all lame. Okay. Last one. You can just do this for crunch moves, doing reverse extensions. I will review all of your questions at the end of this and come back. Talked a lot about it at the beginning. but I'll review it at the end. And yeah, we got another 35 seconds, and then I'll be done with this 10 round exercise thing. Now again, if you're in prone position, this may be uncomfortable for some people. So if this is putting a lot of pressure on your stomach and you're not comfortable, obviously don't do this, and if you're pregnant, don't do this. All right, so just want to play it safe. 2, 1. All right, so those are 10 moves. Just showing, you can use it at a bench, you can lean on it, you can use it for a lot of different positions. All right, let's see. Did I answer everyone's questions? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so sorry, I'm just reading here. Yeah, so I got, the company I got, Tried here, not a fan. Apparently my sister has a Vallejo. The only reason I don't like mine is because it said it was adjustable size, and it said it can inflate to 75 centimeters, and it's not doing that. But I think most typical, like, 65, like for me, 65 centimeters is the size I would want. And most of them, it's fine. The only big difference I've noticed is that I do like the surface of this ball. It's a little grippier. Sometimes you go to, like some gyms, they have exercise balls that are sort of a more slippery surface. And it's hard to tell that, like, if you're just, when you buy online, it's sort of hard to know what it feels like. But I like it when it's a little grippier, because then you don't have to worry about the ball shooting out from under me. That's the main problem I have when I'm doing stuff. So either it's too squishy and I'm not getting a good height, or it's overinflated and it pops out from under me. Yeah, any other questions? Like I said, I talked a little bit about it before we started, but got some latecomers. So anyway, exercise ball, it's a inexpensive piece of equipment to add lots of stability into your life and sort of spice up your workouts. You can use it many different ways. You can use it on the bench. You can use it as support for squats. You can use it as a stability. And if you're LeBron James or someone else, let's see if I can do it today. All right. And if you're cool for cats, woo, this is me trying to show off and failing miserably. Here we go. Kneel on it. All right, woo. That did not work. Exercise fail. I haven't done that in a while. All right, not the fail part, the kneeling on the ball part. So anyway, you can watch this again and see my more scripted part of this where I talk about it. But anyway, thank you so much for joining in. Oh wait, help my vertigo. Let me think about that. Let me get back at you. I'll message you and yeah, talk about that later. Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about vertigo treatments. I mean, the ball is for stability, and yeah, I mean, the exercise ball is going to be for general stability. And for vertigo, I'm not sure what the general relation is like. My first instinct would just be, where are you getting vertigo, and where do you need to increase stability in those positions? Because I would say, I don't know if the stability ball in general would help with that. I am a doctor, but I'm not that kind of a doctor. I'm a PhD, not an MD. But I can look into that and get back to you, because that's an interesting question. All right, I am going to sign off for now. Thank you very much. And if there's something you want to see for next week's Modality Monday, let me know. If I have it in my house, I will do a thing about it. So thank you very much. Have a good day. You can go back and review those exercises, and I'll talk to you later. All right. Mwah. Love you. Bye.